Hey, what up, man? So, yesterday I was in the store. I had to get the price adjusted on something, and I had my son with me, and this older lady. She asked me, is that your son? Yeah, yeah, yes, ma'am. That's my kid. It's my son. So, how many kids you got? And I said, well, three. I said, it's him, and I got twins. She, what are the twins? Twins, a boy and a girl. He said, yeah, boy and a girl. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to be, are they identical or are they, boy and a girl, 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 boy, boy, so on and so forth. This lady, I said she was probably about mid 50s or older. Just general, conversation. And my son was like, no, daddy, you have four kids. And it fucked me up, man. It really did. It fucked me up. Because, like I said, for you people that don't know, um, uh, my story. I have twins from my previous relationship. But before I had those twins, I was in a long-term relationship with, you know, that person, and that person already had a child, and I took on pretty much fatherhood for that child. That child learned to talk around me, and all those things, and develop as a little human being. And she began to call me daddy. You know, as long as everything was good, as far as our relationship went, that's who I was. I was daddy. I took care of her as my own, just as if she's my own blood. All those things. Uh, Once I got married, though, shit changed. All right, I got married to my wife, and you know, the whole child support thing happened out of the blue. Uh, it became difficult for me to get time with my kids, all three of them at a time, and eventually, you know, um, the first child, the one that's not biologically mine, was removed from the equation. All because I told the truth. All right, she was taking the maximum amount of child support from me that she could take. Um, and in the meantime, between time, I was still trying to make time and have a relationship with my kids as I always had. And I put in the thing to just get to the courts example and proof of that. Like, hey, look, man, this ain't about just about the money. Even though you guys are literally like crippling me, bro. If I didn't have the job I had, bro, my life would have been fucked. If I would have had to worry about, what I'm saying, going to a job, clocking in on the clock, clocking in and out, and all this other stuff, and I didn't have the job I had, that's when you look back and you just think, man, you have to consider, like, everything happens for a reason, and just be thankful for your blessings, bro. You have to count your blessings, because as much, you know what I'm saying, shit as I used to talk about this job, man, or whatnot. Like, bro, this shit right here is the best possible thing for you for when you have like a life crisis. And that's what I was in, man. I was in a life crisis, bro. So I told the courts the truth. I was like, look, I've been in my kids' lives since day one. I've been taking care of my kids since day one. Me and this lady had a fucking agreement, financial agreement. I've upheld to that financial agreement. I kept all my receipts and all this other shit and so on and so forth. You know what? I didn't know at the time, but what I know now, the court don't care. The court don't give a fuck. All right? All the court want is that money, bro. And especially when you're in a pretty much guaranteed job for the guaranteed check like me or any other guy that's well to do, and you have a career established and they know they're gonna get that fucking check on the monthly. No matter what you tell them, it don't matter. They want the money. They don't give a damn that the mother's getting the money, but they want the money. Because again, I tell when people don't understand this. When I say interest, it's not just the interest off arrears, man. All right, I'm gonna break this down to y'all for like I guess the first time really, but any and every account, pretty much worldwide, is what it bears interest, people. That's why they have, most states have switched to the thing where if you pay child support, most states, not all of them, but most states switch to it. If you have a child support agreement or child support order, you can't just go to the mom and pay that order anymore. This ain't like back in the days in the 90s, okay? They want that check or that amount of money to hit that account. So what? It generates interest from that account because it's in the account. That's why it's in the oh man, what do they call it? It just slipped my mind. But the disbursement center or whatnot. So all that money is pooled, all right? So any and every little dollar matters to them because that increases the amount of money on that pool. And when you go through and you see how much each state has, you know, that's why they generate interest. They make money off of the child support payments, not just arrearage, people. Child support payments in general. All right. You have a bank account, right? The more money you put in that bank account, the more interest you accrue. Correct? It's the same process for these states. All right. Banking works the same no matter who or what it is, what the entity is. You make up an account for it, and that it generates interest. But back onto the story. So I told him the truth, man. Like, hey, look, I've been involved their whole lives. Me and her had an agreement. You know, you guys making me pay this amount of money. It's pretty much not only crippling me financially and me on a personal level, you know, to where I'm at risk of losing my house, losing my car. You know, I got to make decisions of what the hell I'm gonna pay and what I'm not gonna pay. I got a baby on the way. Like, can I just get the payments reduced? Nope. Sorry, sir, we can't. And I put in there, you know, like, hey, I'm taking care of 3 kids. You know, my 2 and hers. That's not biologically mine. And she used that as the excuse to be like, oh well, you know, since it's so hard for you to take care of her, I'll just remove her from the thing. And she poisoned her, bro. She fucked her mind, man. And you know, my son saying that, you know, at some point in time you forget, or you try to forget, you have to forget, because that was like one of the most painful parts of my life, because like that was like a child dying, bro. It's like a child dying but it's still living. Like I said, I still have to see, you know, this child that once called me dad not even really acknowledge me when I'm in her presence for the most part. You know, I have to initiate. You know, there's no happiness, there's no more. You know what I'm saying? And this was like for like what? Damn, bro. This was like for 8 years, bro. 7 to 8 years. All right. So, and then go to see, you know, the decisions that this mother made in concern to her daughter, to the dad that left and didn't give a damn. He didn't care until he thought I was involved. And then he even had to say the audacity, you know, well, yeah, man, I appreciate you, you know, stepping up and blah, blah, blah. I was young, stupid, didn't know no better, but it didn't even matter because, you know, that was my child. I didn't even give a fuck about the nigga. I didn't care about him. You know, I stepped up to, you know, quote unquote, I was in the situation, and, you know, I made a bond with this child. And, you know, before I even had my own kids, you know, me not having a father, I know how important that was. And again, that's another thing too, man. You guys gotta understand, especially younger dudes. Excuse me, these chicks use these kids as bait, bro. You know, especially if you're a good dude, quote unquote. Especially if you're a guy that, you know, actually, you know, caring about her and, you know, showing her, you know, some type of, you know, traits that she ain't never really seen before. And you got a lot of chicks in the block. You don't know her, bro. You're just a walking lick to her, bro. You're a walking lick. And you should really, really stay away from a female that's willing to introduce you to her kids so easily and so quickly. All right? Because that's one of the biggest things and the issues we're having now, especially these stories and these stories upon stories about these women that are having their kids killed, man. These chicks are willing to sacrifice their kids over some penis, bro. Or for the sake of saying they got somebody or saying somebody want them. Cases upon cases. And nobody's gonna call that out, man. We need to start doing as men. Again, brothers, we as a black man, you trying to assume the place of power you're supposed to be at. We have to start calling this shit out, bro. It's upon us to do this shit, man. Like, nah, man, that bitch over there, she's foul. Because women not gonna do it. Women not gonna call out another woman's bullshit, bro. You let that man around your kid. You left that man alone with your child, but you're willing to keep that same child away from his or her father that wanted to be involved, that was trying to get involved, that's been to court, that's you paying child support, all this other shit. We gotta start doing that shit, bro. Because the women not gonna do it. And the women that aid and abet these same shit and make excuses, you need to call them bitches out too. But you know why though? What you gotta do first, we gotta learn how to turn down a pussy, bro. Not only turn down a pussy, we gotta learn how to not bag pussy to the point of where you won't tell the truth. A lot of shit is the way it is, bro, because niggas are be quiet because they know telling the truth may lessen their chances of getting some ass. Chick five kids deep by multiple dudes, and you niggas will be out here and be like, oh, well, I understand. Nah, no. They don't understand shit. Bitch, your opinion don't matter. Shut up. You should be lucky. You should consider yourself lucky that any dude is still willing to have sex with you. All right? Nevertheless, pursue a real relationship. Your opinion don't matter. Shut the fuck up. Beggars can't be choosers, and you are a beggar. All right? Ladies, if you care, if you really want to know anything over 3, most dudes like, you got to get away from me. I'm telling you, most dudes, and especially a dude that's established, or the dude that you want, the dude that you gonna want that's about something, he's smart enough to see you're nothing but a liability. Especially, this is younger. We're not talking older, all right? To where 40, late 30s to 40s or older. We're talking about these young kids, bro. You're 18 to early 30s or 30. What? And I'm established. I have a career. I'm solid. All my shit's good. I'm coming to the table with nothing, but me and my resources. Why the hell am I gonna choose you? No matter how fine you are, I can find one just as fine without your baggage, without your situation. All right, but again, y'all feel like that's some elitist shit. You're like, nah, I'm trying to help you, and you can control it because you know what you do. You can control your vagina. Close your legs, or put a condom on. Take birth control. It's a million and one different ways to do that, and it can be done. But hey, man, what do I know, bro? But that's that on that, bro. I'll catch you on the next one.